Warren Buffett, Michael Jordan, McDonald's, Coke. What do these four all have in common? Besides all of them being mentioned in rap songs, they are leaders in their own right, in their own industry. So when these big players make moves, people pay attention. What would happen if Michael Jordan boycotted basketball? Or if McDonald's stopped buying beef? You might ask, what's wrong with the cows? But this is essentially what Warren Buffett has done recently. The man known for buying and holding stocks just sold $8 billion worth and put the cash on the sideline. Why did he do this? What does it mean for you and for me, and how can we learn from this? Imagine you turn on ESPN and you come to find out that Tom Brady is going back to the NFL. He's coming out of retirement as a defensive lineman. Why would arguably the number one offensive player in history all of a sudden pivot and start playing defense? Did the rules change, or does he know something that we don't know? When it comes to investing, Warren plays offense the vast majority of the time. But by selling $8 billion worth of stock, did he just switch to defense? In the game of chess, for example, sometimes a player will purposefully pass up an opportunity to take out an opponent's queen in order for them to set up a checkmate and eventually take out the king and win the game. This is what's known as playing the long game. Warren Buffett is doing the exact same thing. He is selling a bunch of his stock, putting the cash on the side so that when the market begins to fall, he can swoop in and buy these assets at a discount. Now, Warren Buffett does know something that most people don't know. He's in his mid-90s. He's been around the block a couple times. And so he's seen the cycles before. He knows that the recession is going to come. But when it comes, he's going to capitalize on it. And he knows when to hold them and he knows when to fold them. And right now, he folded. He sold his stocks, he took the cash, and he is waiting. So that is a really big tell. If he is selling his stocks, should we be selling our stocks? I believe you should be playing offense about 80 to 90% of the time. But occasionally, that 10%, you need to be playing defense. And I believe Warren Buffett knows that we are going into a season where you need to be in a defensive position so that you can be ready to play offense. Warren Buffett is taking a defensive position now so that after the crash happens, he can begin to play offense at the highest level. Let's take a page out of Warren Buffett's book and actually 10, 15, 20% of the time, when it's appropriate, play a little bit of defense. You know who else was really good at playing defense? Babe Ruth. In fact, I'm not talking about baseball, but where Babe Ruth shined was his defense financially. In fact, his defense was so good, he didn't lose one penny in the Great Depression. Do you want to know how Babe Ruth didn't lose one penny in the Great Depression? You're going to want to watch this video about the wisdom that his financial advisor gave him right before the Great Depression hit, and how a couple very simple strategic moves that Babe Ruth made led to him earning to the tune of $250,000 per year during the Great Depression, and he didn't lose a penny. Babe Ruth, like Warren Buffett, knew when to play defense.